to Brandon Flowers, the new Killers album, Pressure Machine, came out on Friday, and I absolutely love it. And I'm not just saying that because they're a huge band for us at Radio X, and I have to compliment their album. I genuinely, if you haven't listened to it yet, I absolutely love it. It's my favourite Killers album. It's absolutely superb, and I'll be chatting to the sexiest man on the planet, the one and only Mr. Brandon Flowers. I'm very excited to say that Brandon Flowers is here with us. Right, hello and good morning, Mr. Brandon Flowers. How are you, sir? How's life at the moment? Obviously, it's a bit of a weird time at the minute. I think I understand that America's kind of getting back to normal at the moment, but how's life, mate? How's it all going?
It's been going great for me so far, thanks.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. And I have to say, genuinely, huge fan, have been for many, many years, like pretty much everybody, to be honest. So it's a massive honour to finally get the chance to chat to you. What I'm about to say, Brandon, I mean this with so much love and so much respect, but I have got a slight bone to pick with you, and this is the thing, right? So, in the last 18 months, everyone else has been in lockdown, and you know, people like me, we've just been sat on our backside. I've been drinking too much. I've been eating too much. I've been watching too much TV. I've put on about 3 stone. You know, I'm a hollow shell of the man I once was. Meanwhile, you put out not one, but 2 albums in that time. Do you understand how bad you're making people like me look with all your hard work over the last 18 months? What happened? What got into you, mate?
I just sort of... What is 3 stone, by the way? How many pounds is that?
I have no idea. I love the fact... producer Will right now is frantically Googling how much 3 stone is in pounds. Will... 42 pounds. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, okay? Because maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit for comedic effect, but the point still stands, Brandon.
No, I saw it as a blessing. We finished the record, and you know, everything got shut down, and I was able to continue working, and I had a studio nearby. And luckily enough, we just were able to make another record, and it was really gave me a sense of meaning, you know, and gave me something to do.
Yeah, I bet. And I love the album. I'm not just saying that to be nice. Genuinely, I've been listening to it a lot. I've listened to it a few times, and I absolutely love it. Before every song, and this is a bit different, and for people that haven't heard the album yet, before every single song, there's people talking, and it's kind of a bit of I guess a love letter to your hometown and where you grew up, and it's people talking about the area. And who are these people? Are these actors? Are these real people that you know? Did somebody just walk around the high street with a microphone in their hand? Because I love it. It adds a lot of context to all the songs. But how did it actually get put together?
It was last minute, because the album is all set in this town that I grew up in called Nephi, Utah. And our producer Sean Everett at the last minute just said, there was this great podcast that I listened to where somebody went to a diner and all they did is interview people in the diner for an hour, and I loved it. Let's just get these people and get these accents. And so we just sent somebody to interview in Nephi, the town that I grew up in. And so these are real people and people that were just willing to kind of spill their guts or just talk about anything. And it ended up being really setting the town and setting the tone for these songs.
Yeah, I love it. It makes it, you know, like a proper concept album, and they're so rare nowadays, and I just absolutely love that part of it. During the actual process, and I've asked a few bands this in lockdown, you've got more time than ever with these songs. Do you have a terrible habit of constantly going back to them and constantly rethinking them and overthinking them, or once you put them out there and you finish it, you go, do you know what? That's done. Put it on the album. It's good to go.
Yeah, you feel like sometimes you can get into this trap of feeling like the more that you labor over something, the better it's going to be. And we definitely are guilty of that. But this album, we really made a conscious effort to not do that. And that's also another reason why we had such a quick turnaround. It was a really organic way of mixing. We weren't using the computer. We were using the desk, you know, like they would have done in the old days, the good old days. And so it really limits you and you get these almost more authentic versions of the songs, I think. And so that was another sort of brave thing, I think, for us that we did.
Well, mate, the album is absolutely awesome. I've been banging on about it all morning. I've listened to it a few times already this weekend. Let me play something from it quickly. So, Brandon, stay there, because I want to play a track from the album. So this is our brand new record of the week. Yes, taken from the new album from the Killers, Pressure Machine, that came out on Friday. This track is our record of the week. It is called In the Car Outside, from their stunning album, Pressure Machine. that came out on Friday. And I'm very happy to say, if you've just tuned in, I've got Brandon Flowers from The Killers right here with me now. Now, I also want to ask you about something else you've done in lockdown, because I have watched this video so many times, and I know that you have told the story a million times, but you're going to have to tell it 1,001 times, because I want to talk about Dustland that you put out with Bruce Springsteen, because I've watched that video so many times. It's so cool. And anybody listening that hasn't seen this yet, by the way, The Killers and Bruce Springsteen doing Dustland Fairy Tale. The video is a work of art as well. Bruce is there. You just see his silhouette. He's strumming his guitar. Then he comes in with Cinderella in a party dress. It's just so good. It's so good, right? So I've watched it 1,000 times. Can you please humor me and tell me how that came about?
Okay, I'm going to try to make this short. But
You don't have
to. All right, we were about to go. We were about to leave to England, and it got shut down. We were promoting Imploding the Mirage, and then COVID was just starting to freak people out, and so we went home. And I was at the airport, and I started getting these texts from Bruce Springsteen, but I didn't have his number saved on my phone, and so I thought that it was someone messing. I really thought it might be someone messing with me, and anyway, it turned out it was really him. But one of the things that he was saying was, we should do Dustland one day, and so he thought maybe we'd cross paths touring or whatever, and obviously we all know what happened. We got shut down, and after months and months of sitting around, I thought, why don't we do a quarantine version of Dustland? And he was all for it.
Well, I mean, it's so cool, that Dustland. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, then please go check it out. Now, speaking of people that I would love you to work with, I'm being purely selfish here, and I know that my opinion doesn't really matter for anything, but I'm just going to throw it out there. So next year, you're finally in the UK after a tour that has been delayed a few times, but I know so many of our listeners have got tickets and can't wait to see you. And supporting you at a couple of dates is the brilliant Sam Fender, who is killing it over here in the UK. We absolutely love Sam Fender. We love him here at Radio X. And there's a lot of Springsteen in Sam Fender. You can tell he was very open about his love for Bruce, and the use of the saxophone in Sam Fender tracks is so Springsteen as well. So basically what I'm saying is, if you could team up with Sam Fender at some point, you would make my job so easy. Please, could you do that for me?
Yeah, I still haven't met him yet, but yeah, we love what we've heard so far, and that'd be a fun little collaboration.
But I'll warn you now that he's a Geordie, which means even I don't understand a word he says. So you may struggle to.
Why I?
Wow, it was like you were in Newcastle there for a second. That was. That was amazing. Thank you very much. I'm going to let you go, but Brandon, thank you so much. Genuinely a huge honour to chat to you, mate. I've been listening to you guys for years, so thank you so much, and appreciate you putting out 2 albums in lockdown. We needed music, so thank you very much for all your hard work, so the rest of us lazy so-and-sos can sit back and relax.
So-and-so. See ya.
Thanks, Brandon. Yes, Brandon Flowers from The Killers. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We were just talking about